Okay, so let's do a part one of how I got touched by my stepdad. So basically, all this started.
This young lady is exposing her stepdad for touching her while she was young. We're gonna be talking about it. How are you guys doing? Let me hope you're doing great. Thank you so much for supporting your girl. I really appreciate you guys. And if you're new, you're most welcome. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. Without further ado, let's dive right into the video, and I'll come back with my thoughts, feelings, and opinion about this.
Okay, so let's do a part one of how I got touched by my stepdad. So basically, all this started when I got to the age of 13. So first off, let's start with how I met him. So how I met him was he just walked through the door one day with my little brother. So what happened was it was just me and my sister for a little bit, and I was taking her to school every day, and we were living with our grandma. But one night, my mom came through the door, and she was just like, "Hey, AJ, it's me. I'm gonna be taking y'all, to this new apartment and stuff." So when it got to the morning time, this dude walked through the door with my little brother, like I said earlier, and I'm just like, "Who is this dude? Like, who is this?" So yeah, he walks through the door, and I'm like, "Who is this?" And mom goes, "That's my new boyfriend. Like, that's my boyfriend." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So she proceeds to tell us that she found this new apartment for us to live in, and we all start packing. Like, we're excited. We all start packing, and she takes us to the new apartment. So when she takes us to the new apartment, we all start unpacking and getting settled down in the house and stuff. And yeah. So yeah, that's where we lived at, and I was still in elementary. So I had to be like in the 5th grade. I was in the 5th grade. And at the time I was 12, and my 13th birthday was coming up. Like, it was coming up. So yeah, basically we lived in that house until I was about 15, I think. 15, yeah, I think it was 15. But yeah, let's get to the point. So all the weird shit didn't start happening until I realized that my mom was getting drunk, and like all the time, like she was just getting drunk nonstop, all the time. So let's get into the first incident that I thought was weird. So, me being on the age of getting to 13, I thought my hygiene was like the most important. Like, I was like, oh, I fucking stink, like like I feel like I stink, I'm gonna go get in the shower. So I'm getting in the shower, and while I'm in the shower, this man gonna come in the bathroom and pee. So he's peeing, and while he's peeing, I'm just taking the shower, minding my business, and he does what he needs to do. So after I get out the shower, I'm doing my little Dougie, my little 1-2, and putting my shoes on, brushing my teeth, getting cute, looking pretty, like, doing all that. And I go to get dressed. I go to get dressed, and then I come out with these little pink frilly shorts. Like, they're not pink, they're like, I think they're like denim, like, y'all know the fake denim, and it has little pink frillies at the bottom, but they're like really small, like they're booty shorts. And I go out into the living room, but I'm not wearing like no underwear with my shorts, so my thing is just hanging out, like my coochie just hanging out. And my mom was sitting on the couch in the living room, and she goes, "Hey, go put on something like under your shorts." And my dad's sitting right next to her, and he's just giving me this look, like looking me up and down, like ooh. I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah, that was the first incident. So let's fast forward until, like fast forward. So my 13th birthday rolls around, and after my 13th birthday, I'm sleeping on the couch, and all my siblings are sleeping in the other room, and I'm sleeping on the couch. So out of nowhere, while I'm sleeping on the couch, I hear the keys jiggling, and that's what wakes me up. So I wake up, and I hear my dad. Like, I see my dad, like not here, but I see my dad walking out the room, my stepdad. So I see him walking out the room, and I'm like, "Where are you going?" And he goes, "I'm gonna go to the corner store to get something to drink." And I'm like, "Can I come with you?" And he's like, "Yeah, you need to put on like something, like you need to put on some clothes." So I put on some clothes, like some shorts and stuff, and I go downstairs and I wait in the car for him. So yeah, I'm waiting in the car, and once he's done doing whatever he did upstairs, he comes downstairs and he gets in the car, and we go to the corner store. And when he's done getting whatever he needs to get in the corner store, he came back out the corner store and got in the car. I left like one part out. So on the way to the corner store, I fell asleep in his lap. So yeah. So after he got what he needed, he came back out and he got back in the car. So him getting back in the car, I go to lay my head down on his lap again to fall asleep while we're going back to the house. And before he did anything, like before he even started up the car or anything, he lifts my head up and he asked me like in my ear while me being halfway asleep, he asked me in my ear, he's like, do you want to do it? Like for part 2, because shit gets hectic, crazy. Okay, y'all, so we're gonna do a part 2. A part 2 of how I got touched by my stepdad. So basically, this might sound crazy, but my stepdad is the one that took my virginity. Yep, I said it, he took my virginity. So basically, like I said in part 1, we had moved to the new apartment, we got settled down there, and we started going to school out of that new apartment. And when my 13th birthday rolled around, I was sleeping on the couch, and that's when I woke up and heard the keys jingling, and then he was coming around the corner. And I was like, oh, okay, so yeah, he's going to the store, we go to the store, and he gets what he needs to get. He gets back in the car, and, he asked me that question, do you want to do the nasty one? Like, So maybe at 13, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So it wouldn't go in like the first time we did it, the first time it wouldn't go in. So we kept trying and trying and trying and trying. And then one day it finally went in. So after I went in, that's when, I finally started doing everything like, saying stuff like, just nasty stuff. So from then on, he is the one that taught me some of the stuff that I know, how do I say it? Intimately, like the intimacy between your partner and your loved one. So what I know now and like all the intimate stuff is something that he taught me when we were in a relationship to get there. So yeah, basically this relationship went on until I was about 17. And at 17, I was in the group homemanship because my mom kicked me out after the year of, I think it was 2024, the year of 2024. So if you go on Google and search up Asia Burns, like AIJAHBURNS, you'll see that I've been missing since July of 2024. But yeah, I'm gonna keep moving and shit because that shit's federal and I don't want to be found at all. Nor by my family, nor by my grandma, none of that. Not by my mom, not by my auntie, not by my dad, nobody. They all been like, Asia, where you at? Like, and I tell them I'm with my boyfriend. Like, I'm with my boyfriend. Like, I'm living a happy life. I don't want to talk to none of y'all. Like, So I'm living my life, and out of the blue, my mom gonna text me talking about, oh, you ruined my life. Don't call my phone no more. Don't call this phone no more. I'm just like, okay, well, you need to grow up because you're acting like a child. I didn't like, what the fuck? So yeah, no, my mom's an alcoholic. She still drinks to this day. And when I talk to my sister, she sometimes says, hey, Mom, are you drunk? Like, why are you acting like that? And I go, damn, in public though? In public? Like, just the other day, they were walking the dog, and my sister's just like, Mom, are you drunk? And I'm looking at the camera, I'm looking at Milo like, dude, that's just sad. Like, that shit is sad as fuck. But yeah, basically my mom was like, I ruined her life and don't call this phone no more. But she, recently she started calling me and telling me that she loves me and that I'm sorry for the things that I said to you and But yeah, that's how it was. And then she's still with the same man. And everybody doesn't like her for that because, everybody believes what he did. Because they had already seen the messages and, the messages and photos and the police report. I'm about to report them again anyway. So like, that shit be over with. Because I don't want that man near my siblings. I don't want them, you want to see ruin their life? Okay. But on that homies, like. Okay, so let's do a part 3 on how this all started. So I'm gonna start with saying, for anybody who thinks I'm trying to play victim, this is a video for you to watch when you leave your kids around. Because you never know what could be happening. I don't care how long you've known them for. I don't care how long you've been around this person. You just never know. Okay, so basically, me and dude had an on and off relationship till I was about 17. After that, I stopped messing with him and we just became friends. We just became cool after that. So in my situation, I feel like my mom knew everything about it. Because this woman, she saw all the text messages, she saw the pictures, she saw how I was on the phone with him every night. She would literally come in my room talking about, why are you on the phone with my husband? And I'm like, because he won't get off. Like, he wants to be on the phone with me. He wants to be on the FaceTime with me. I would hang up the phone and he would call me right back. And then on top of that, he used to be on FaceTime with me all throughout school, on FaceTime all throughout my school while I'm trying to do my work, even in the bathroom. He wanted to watch me use the bathroom, like. And then he said if I didn't call him, he would tell Mom to take away my phone when I get home. Or he would get mad that I didn't want to pick up the phone while I was in class. So as soon as I got home, my mom had to take my phone because I don't know, like he was just being weird. So I got my phone, took it when I got home, and I didn't get it back. And because I had to ask him, like while he was on the phone with my mom, I had to ask him, like, can I have my phone back? So as soon as I got my phone back, I texted him, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm gonna put his Facebook account in the comment section. But yeah, another incident that had happened. So you know how little girls be leaving a piece of their clothing in the bathroom after they get out the shower, like a sock or underwear or some pants or something. You always forget something. So there's a time where he told me I left my underwear in the bathroom, and he said that he picked my underwear up and he sniffed it like he would smell it. he would smell it. He would pick my underwear up and he would sniff it. He told me that he sniffed it. Like and comment for part 4. Y'all know what I'm here for. Yep, part 4. So, let's talk about the time this mofo technically kidnapped me and took me to Utah. Again, I agreed to the whole situation, of course. But the thing is, when we went all the way to Utah, he had stopped the truck. My stepdad, the truck driver. So basically, when we made it to Utah, he parked the truck and we were going to sleep. And then while that happened, the police pulled up right behind us and said, "We already know she's in the truck. Let her out now." So let me tell y'all how this got started. So I was in a group home and stuff. And being in a group home, they have limited interactions and limited choices and limited everything. So basically, in that group home, it was a 7-day waiting period until I could get my phone back. So I got kicked out the house because my mom gave up her rights to CPS and the government so that I could be in and out of group homes, basically. So once that 7-day waiting period was over and I got my phone back, the first thing I did was text my stepdad. And I was like, "You need to come get me." So I would just be sitting on my phone making my little Instagram reels or whatever. And then I would FaceTime him and talk to him. And, we was planning the whole escape together for him to kidnap me and take me to Utah, So, yeah, but we eventually ended up rolling down there and we got caught immediately after we parked and were trying to go to sleep. And then in the group homes for a little bit, it was regular visitation. It was regular just me going out to visit somebody. Now, at first, I was visiting my auntie, but then I took it to the next level and I wanted to start visiting my stepdad. So I told him, "You need to come pick me up. I wanna spend time with you." But yeah, even while I was in the house, even before my mom gave her rights up to DCS, it would just be weird stuff happening already. It got to the point where he would say that, "Don't tell nobody I'm coming to the house. Don't tell mom or your siblings that I'm coming to the house because she's going to throw a fit." So I didn't tell nobody that he was coming to the house. And then my mom would come and ask me, "Is DeAndre coming to the house? Is DeAndre coming to the house?" And da-da-da-da. I'm like, bro. And I would have to sit there and tell her, "No, he's not coming to the house. He's not coming to the house." So he would just be playing these games with her. She didn't even have time to clean up the house or none of that. And then on top of that, I feel like she's supposed to keep the house clean anyway. But with 5 kids, I don't think, yeah. So yeah, after that, the house was never clean when he walked through that door. And then, let me tell y'all about this other incident that happened. So, I already told y'all about my mom. She's an alcoholic and she drinks too much. So basically what happened was she had to go to the hospital this one time because she got alcohol poisoning and cold stones in her stomach. The little stones you got to take out of your stomach, or the doctor has to take out your stomach. So yeah, that's what she got. And basically they had took her to the hospital for the night and they did what they needed to do for her. So when she left and went to the hospital that night, our grandma had to come over to the house and watch us and the kids. Mind you, my stepdad was still over there. So I'm pretty sure she already knew something was about to happen. So that night that my mom went to the hospital, and my grandma came over and the kids fell asleep, of course, because it was at nighttime. So my grandma came over and she watched all of us, but I was the only one up and my stepdad was the only one up, and he went into the room. So me not wanting to be out there watching TV with my grandma, I went into my mom's room where my mom and my stepdad sleep. And he was in there with no clothes on. He was in there naked. So I got to taking off my clothes and I got in the bed naked and I was trying to go to sleep. Y'all know I wasn't trying to go to sleep. I was not trying to go to sleep. So he got to playing that music, that intimate music, that soul, that R&B, the intimate music and stuff. He got to playing that music and we just got to it. Like and comment for part 5.
Guys, this is so heartbreaking to know that there are actually girls in this world going through such things. And I've seen so many videos where actually the girl gets the strength to report whatever is going on to her mother, and the mother says, "No, you are lying." Wow. I just can't imagine how I can put a man before my kids. And this lady is saying that actually her mother knew what was going on, and the fact that she did nothing to protect her is so heartbreaking. Mothers, We need to do better. I'm not a mother yet, but I'm like, wow, I can die for my baby. Oh my God, I don't even know what I would do. But actually, there are women who love men's validation, that men will do crazy things like this, and they'll just pretend like they're not looking, or they're not seeing what is happening when it's actually affecting your child. You just can't make this up. We really need to do better as parents, as mothers. And it's not only, fathers. There are step mothers that are crazy too. They will do crazy stuff to your children. If you're a mom or a dad and you bring someone else in your circle, a single mom, single dad, be careful who you bring around your kids, who you leave around your kids, because people are weird out there. You might think that, oh, I'm a single mom, I'm gonna get with this guy and he's gonna be a father figure. No, some men are actually crazy. They come with such wicked intentions. They come with wicked intentions, and you need to be protective. Better yet, me, if I already have my kids, 2-3 kids, and I'm a single mom, I wouldn't even worry about men. Personally, that's my personal opinion, my personal preference. We are 9 kids, and my father died, and my mom never remarried. She never remarried, But women nowadays feel like they need validation. Being a single mom is like a punishment, or like a disease that you need to get a cure for, and you can only do this by getting a man in your life, which is crazy. We need to be protective of our children, our kids, girls, boys, both. There are crazy stepmoms out there who will mistreat your children. Just be careful. And I'm really happy for this young girl that she came out to expose this predator in her life, because this is trauma. This all brings trauma. We don't know how this young girl has been affected, but when you go to her page, actually she's not straight. She's not like, she's not like a girl who would be like, oh, I'm going to college, I'm proud of you, and I'm gonna do this in my life. She's of the world because she was exposed too much and too early. It's crazy. It's really crazy, and I'm happy that she never got pregnant out of this. It's ridiculous. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I want to know what you guys think, because sometimes I'm like, am I the only one seeing these videos? I want to see these videos circulate, being shared. You guys, we need to spread awareness. Otherwise, thank you so much for your support. Love you. Bye.